Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Burke from the Mashpee Public Library. Since we miss seeing all of you at the library, we thought we'd bring the library to you and kick off the summer with a story walk. Oh, speaking of summer, how would you like to earn a coupon for a free ice cream cone from the Polar Cave Ice Cream Parlor just for reading this summer? Well, you can sign up for the Summer Reading Challenge at the library's website, mashpeepubliclibrary.org. Read for 20 minutes a day for at least 5 days a week and log your time online. When you reach the goal of 1,000 minutes, you'll be going for ice cream. So register now and join us online at the Mashpee Public Library this summer. And now on to our story walk. We're here to kick off summer with a story walk. The Story Walk project was created by Ann Ferguson and developed in cooperation with the Kellogg Hubbard Library and the Vermont Bicycle and Pedestrian Coalition. What is a story walk, you ask? Well, a story walk is an innovative and delightful way for children and adults to enjoy reading and the outdoors at the same time. Laminated pages from a children's book are attached to stakes, which are installed along an outdoor path. As you stroll down the path, you're directed to the next page in the story. This summer, you and your family will be able to enjoy a different story walk every Monday right here on the Village Green across the street from the library. Now, here's Mr. LaBelle and Mrs. Goulart to introduce our readers.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome. We're so excited to share this story walk with you. Normally, we would have a story walk at the end of the school year with our Read to Me readers, but unfortunately, we're not able to do that. And we're also used to doing some wonderful activities to welcome our incoming preschoolers and kindergartners, so we're hoping that this will also be a wonderful family engagement opportunity. Mrs. Goulart now is going to introduce who's helping us out today.
Thank you, Mr. LaBelle. Hi, boys and girls. I'm very excited to see you. Today we have some wonderful readers with us. We have Miss Andrea, Miss Colette, and Mrs. Smith.
Today's story is called Winnie, the true story of a bear who inspired Winnie the Pooh, written by Sally M. Walker and illustrated by Jonathan D. Voss. We are reading this book with permission from the publisher, Henry Holt and Company, a division of Macmillan. Now, this book is based on a true story that took place a long time ago about a man named Henry Colburn who was in the military in Canada. Oh, and one more thing. Watch for a very special surprise visitor at the end of the story.
When Harry Colburn looked out of the train window, he couldn't believe what he saw. A bear at the station. The train's stop would be short, but Harry had to get off and see the bear for himself.
Harry hurried onto the platform and sat nearby. "What are you doing here, little bear?" The cub climbed into Harry's lap and licked his chin. "She's for sale," said the man holding her leash. "I didn't see her until after I'd shot her mother. I don't want her. I can't care for a bear."
Harry could care for a bear. He was a veterinarian. "How much?" Harry asked. $20. The train whistle blew and Harry decided. He paid the man, picked up the cub, and carried her onto the train.
Harry's friends asked a million questions, but the captain asked the loudest, "Harry, what in the world were you thinking?" "That I had to save her."
The cub rubbed her back against the captain's legs. The captain patted her head. "I'll care for her," Harry said. "I'll feed her condensed milk. She can stay with me in camp. Winnipeg can be our mascot." "You've already named her?" asked the captain. Why, yes, after our company's hometown. Well, Winnipeg, said Captain, welcome to the Army. By the time they reached the military training camp at Valcartier in Quebec, Winnipeg had been shortened to Winnie.
Harry's job was caring for horses that would be needed for battle. Winnie's job was being Harry's shadow.
While Harry listened to a horse's heart, Winnie nuzzled its muzzle. If the horse snorted and scared Winnie, Harry cuddled her until she stopped trembling.
Winnie's favorite game was hide-and-seek biscuits.
Using her long claws, she pulled hidden biscuits from in Harry's pockets. Good girl, Harry praised when she succeeded.
Sometimes Harry went to places where Winnie couldn't. Then other soldiers cub-sat. They photographed Winnie. They took her for walks.
But no matter where Winnie went during the day, she slept under Harry's cot every night.
One morning, while Harry tied his bootlaces, Winnie grabbed the tent pole. The tent walls shook. "Winnie, no!" Harry shouted. After that, Harry let Winnie climb small trees, but he always held her leash so she couldn't climb too high.
A month passed. Then the captain received bad news. The war across the Atlantic Ocean is getting worse. More soldiers and horses are needed. We must leave Canada and go to England. The ships will be leaving in a few days. Harry couldn't leave Winnie. "Sir, she must come with us." The other soldiers agreed. When the horses and soldiers boarded the SS Manitou, so did Winnie.
Winnie was a good sailor. Harry wasn't. He lay seasick in the ship's hospital. While he was sick, Winnie played with the other soldiers, but she ran straight to Harry as soon as he was better.
In England, Harry, Winnie, and the horses traveled to a new military camp. For 7 weeks, Winnie watched soldiers practice marching. She heard gunshots when they practiced shooting. Still, every night she slept under Harry's cot. One day the captain said, "The war is even worse. We must go to France and care for horses that get wounded."
On a battlefield, Winnie could be hurt, even killed. Harry didn't want to leave Winnie, but he couldn't take her to France. He thought long and hard. Finally, Harry contacted the London Zoo. "Winnie, the zoo has a brand new place called the Mashpee Terraces, which is built just for bears. Zookeepers know exactly how to care for a bear."
The ride to the zoo was long. Winnie sat on Harry's lap. She wiggled on the seat. She scratched at the door. Harry was relieved when he and Winnie got out at the zoo. A zookeeper escorted Harry and Winnie to the Mashpee Terraces.
Harry removed Winnie's collar and leash. She climbed over a rock. She sniffed 2 brown cubs. She lapped condensed milk when the zookeeper offered it. Harry was satisfied. "Winnie, I'll visit whenever I can. When the war ends, we'll go home to Winnipeg." Harry hugged Winnie goodbye.
Winnie and the brown bear cubs became fast friends, but the big Himalayan bear she approached wasn't so friendly. He swatted at Winnie. Winnie ran as far as she could. The zookeepers were worried, but even the grumpy Himalayan bear couldn't resist Winnie. Within a few days, they were playing tug-of-war with a stick.
"We've never met a bear as gentle as Winnie," the zookeeper said. They trusted her so much that they sometimes let children ride on her back.
Harry visited Winnie whenever he could, but the war lasted 4 years. During that time, the zookeepers took good care of his bear. Winnie had many friends. In 1919, just before Harry returned to Winnipeg, he made another hard decision. He decided that Winnie would stay at the London Zoo permanently. Harry was sad, but he knew Winnie would be happiest in the home that she knew best.
One day, when Winnie was nearly 11 years old, a little boy visited her. "Oh, Bear," cried the boy, whose name was Christopher Robin. He hugged Winnie and fed her milk.
The boy's father, a well-known author, watched his son laugh and play with the bear. All the way home, Christopher Robin talked about Winnie.
At bedtime, Christopher Robin and his teddy snuggled under the covers. "Would you and Edward Bear like to hear a story?" asked the boy's father. "Yes," said Christopher Robin, "but Edward has changed his name to Winnie the Pooh." "Once upon a time," said his father, "a bear named Winnie the Pooh lived in a forest." More stories followed until one day they grew into a book.
After that, the real Winnie became even more famous. Although more people came to see her, Winnie's everyday life remained normal. The zookeepers treated her kindly. Friendly visitors scratched her back, and gentle children spoon-fed her milk. For Winnie, this was the best way to care for a bear.
Oh my goodness, look who's coming. It must be the surprise we promised you at the end of the book.